I'm Melina, and I'm dyslexic. You're probably thinking what that means. Well, it means that I have a learning disability where it's harder for me to write phrases, words, numbers, and other things like that. Dyslexia is hereditary, and it causes people to not communicate as well. As in, like, they can't find the right words to describe what they're trying to say. And it's also harder for them to understand sarcasm, jokes, puns, all types of things like that. Like irony and ironic stuff. It's hard for dyslexic people to learn left from right and other directional things like north, south, and west. And reading fluently is also a difficulty, and clearly too. Just look at me, like I can't read that well. I can read kind of fast, but just nerves changes me and stuff. Another thing that is kind of a hassle for dyslexic people is ignoring background noise. If there is a bunch of background noise, it's more like we focus on that noise instead of ignoring it, which is a bad thing, and that's why most people are sent to another room when they're taking a test who have dyslexia or who have a difficulty of zoning out the noise, which I have overcome that. Pronouncing words is another difficulty of dyslexia, and it affects a learning. Like, you learn slower than the other people, and it affects how you communicate with others. As in, you don't have as much friends because people are afraid of something different. Who does dyslexia affect? It affects the person itself, their parents, the school themselves, the teachers, and, well, yeah, it affects kind of a lot of people, and maybe some of the students, but not very likely. Dyslexia affects about 10% of the population.
Good.
But
He was recording.
some of the state laws state that how schools should support the students with dyslexia, like giving them an aide or a person, not really an aide, but more like an assistant teacher to help them in tests, quizzes, homework, classes. And actually, some states give out handbooks to more better people understanding of dyslexia. In some states, they have specific training that teachers have to go through to teach the dyslexic kids, because there's a specific way you're supposed to teach them. There are actually specific methods of how the teachers teach the kids. For example, there's the Wilson method that me and a friend were taught with. Here are some famous people that I researched to see who have dyslexia: Robin Williams, Whoopi Goldberg, Henry Winkler, Tom Cruise, Jay Leno, and yes, those are all of them. Thanks for watching, and this is the end of my presentation. I'd just like to add one last note, and that is just to have a good day. And yeah, and this is the final part, so yeah.